India proudly calls itself the world's largest democracy, but behind the facade, an open dictatorship is thriving Narendra Modi's dictatorship. Right now, in India's capital Delhi, the country's young students have taken to the streets to demand their basic rights and to protect the constitution. Yet, in the eyes of this government, they are instantly branded as anti national. In today's India, simply asking any question to the government is repeatedly labeled as treason. Today, India's students are raising their voices loudly against this filthy and destructive education system. They are deeply frustrated with this corrupt and failed education system. Yet, the country's own Prime Minister is illiterate. Expecting any improvement in education from him is pure foolishness. When young people, students, and intellectuals peacefully protest for the legitimate demands, this government brands them as terrorists, urban nexus, and traitors to defame and discredit them. The attitude of Modi and his government is crystal clear. Anyone who opposes us is anti national. They can simply be thrown into jail by slapping them with the label of traitor. But the world must understand one clear truth. Criticizing one individual or one political party is not the same as criticizing the nation. This is called democracy, not dictatorship. Why is no voice being raised against this injustice and oppression? The answer lies in the Godi media, this corrupt and disloyal media that has become a shameless cheerleader for the government. These outlets do not utter a single word about the hardships of ordinary people. For example, rising prices, unemployment, or students' rights. Their only business is to turn the government's lies into truth. When police brutally beat students at Jantar Mantar and treat young women in inhuman and disgusting ways, these Godi channels either completely bury the news or turn the victims themselves into traitors. When an elected government unleashes police brutality on its own citizens and silences the media, it is no longer just India's internal affair, it is a shameful defeat for democracy worldwide. Today in India, the entire system is being shaped in such a way that every voice of dissent is brutally crushed. But history is a witness, these kinds of oppressive dictatorships do not last long. In a diverse country like India, with its many religions and cultures, the Sikh community, which sacrificed the most blood for the nation's freedom, continues to face relentless oppression and injustice. Their films are being banned. A horrific massacre was carried out against them from 1984 to 1995, and the farmers' movement in Punjab was also crushed in the most brutal manner. Now things have come to a point where this oppression is no longer limited to just Sikhs. It is growing against Hindu students and ordinary people as well. The education system has been completely destroyed. Yet, when the youth peacefully come out to fight for their future and for democracy, they are immediately labeled as terrorists. These illiterate leaders who call themselves the protectors of the nation are pushing the country towards dictatorship. If you raise your voice for democracy and your rights, you will immediately be declared anti national or a terrorist. This is the reality. It is our duty to expose this dictatorship.